What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I am here to do one of my quick hit scouting report videos. This one for the New York Jets, who we will be playing for the first time in 3 weeks. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. The Jets did get their second win of the season against the previously 5-2 Bengals, obviously dropping to 5-3. They gave them their third loss. And it was a hard-fought battle that came down to the end, 34-31. The Jets pull it out, and that's the second good team that the Jets have actually beat, the Bengals and the Titans. Their 2 wins come against good teams, man. And I think it's going to be a harder-fought battle against this team than we think or than we would like, especially with how the Dolphins have turned out this season. So let's go ahead and get into this, though. Team stats, the Jets did put up 511 total yards, limiting Cincy to 318. They put up 414 through the air, 277 for the Bengals, 97 on the ground for the Jets. They gave up 41. They had 6.6 yards per play, giving up 5.9. They did lose one interception, they did lose one fumble. Did not get any of their own. They did throw 2 interceptions, but did get one of their own. They let up 2 sacks, and then they got 3 on their side of the ball on defense. They were 54% on third down, allowing 40% to the Bengals. They had the ball for 36 minutes, 20 seconds, allowed Cincy to have it for 23-40. The Jets had 8 penalties. Cincinnati had 5. Okay. Let's move on up here. Take a look at the Jets. As we know, Zach Wilson is out because he has, I believe if I remember correctly, it's a PCL injury. It's pretty minor though, like not needing surgery or anything like that. And he should be back in a few weeks. But he is out right now. Mike White did have a damn good game. Overall, at least, 37-45 for 405 yards, 3 touchdowns with the 2 interceptions. Josh Johnson came in for 2 out of 4 and 17 yards. Rushing, Michael Carter led the way, 15 rushes, 77 yards, a touchdown, and a 5-1. Ty Johnson, 4 rushes, 15 yards, and a 3-8. In the receiving game, Michael Carter led the way there as well, 9 of 14 for 95. Jamison Crowder, 8 of 9 for 84. Ty Johnson, 5 of 6, 71 and a score. Elijah Moore, 6 of 6 for 67. Denzel Mims, 2 of 3 for 30. Keelan Cole, 3 of 5 for 25. Tyler Kroft, 2 of 2 for 20 and a score. Braxton Berrios, 2 of 2 for 13 and a score. And Jeff Smith, 1 for 10. Obviously did a damn good job of spreading the ball around. So the Jets are a team that the Dolphins should absolutely be able to beat. But the Jets team has been scrappy this year. And I personally was saying that I thought the Jets were going to be sneaky good and could potentially win somewhere between 5 to 7 games. And they're actually doing pretty well at that, especially considering the fact that they beat 2 really tough teams. And they certainly could beat the Dolphins. You know, I had, before the preseason, my original prediction when I had us going 6-11, I actually had us splitting with the Jets, losing to them when we go up to New York and play them in their stadium. When I updated my prediction right prior to the season, I did change that to a win because they did look pretty good in the preseason, and so I gave them a little bit of a benefit of the doubt, as you guys know. And I changed a couple games. That was one of them. But unfortunately, at this point, it looks like there's a chance we could even lose both. Although hopefully not. Like I said, though, this game against the Texans that's coming up this week, I'm gonna predict a win in the Texans game. Even though I'm probably gonna predict a tough battle. But they got to win this game for me to have confidence that they can beat anybody, man. Because if they lose to the Texans, then it just, how could you predict this team to win at that point, you know? Anyway, so let's continue on here, though. Joe Burrow was 21 of 34, 259 yards, 3 touchdowns and an interception. Tyler Boyd threw 1 pass for 46 yards. Joe Mixon, 14 rushes, 33 yards, a touchdown, and a 2-4. In the receiving game, it was T. Higgins that led the way, 4 of 6 for 97. Tyler Boyd, 5 of 8, 69 and a touchdown. Joe Mixon, 4 of 5, 58 and a score. C.J. Uzomah, 4 of 4 for 33. Jamar Chase, 3 of 9 for 32 and a touchdown. And Samaje Perine, 2 of 2 for 16. But yeah, so back to the Jets, though. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's so, like, this is one of the frustrating things about being a Dolphins fan and being in this position, right? Like, obviously, I wasn't one of the people who thought that the Dolphins were going to be all super, like, I expected the wheels to kind of fall off because I foresaw a lot of the issues that have bubbled to the surface in year 3 of this regime. I saw a lot of that stuff coming, but, it's still frustrating because as a Dolphins fan, anytime we do have a chance of hope, it just ends up being, false and ends up super shitty, and then we end up in this cycle of bullshit, and it's so frustrating. And as much as I saw it coming, and I've been, pushing this to you guys and showing you all these guys over the past 3 years, all of these issues that I had with this process and this organization and this regime in particular, starting with Stephen Ross and going to Greer and Flores and all of that, it still sucks, man. Like, yeah, I saw it coming and I've been trying to prepare you guys for that, but it still sucks, and it's still even hard for me, even though I did see this coming. I'm not surprised by it. I'm not completely heartbroken by it like I would be otherwise if I was completely, invested in this team and, fully attached emotionally. But it's just frustrating that a game like this against the New York Jets, you can't even say for sure that, that's going to be a win. But let's see what happens against the Texans this week, and let's get back to this. So New York Jets, offensively, they have 2,000. Let's just real quick, though, let's add in the fact, though, that they have played one less game than pretty much the rest of the league. They are getting ready to play on Thursday night, tomorrow night. And by the way, I do intend to watch that game, so I'll probably be doing my week 9? My week 9 scouting report video for them after their game. This is their week 8 one, obviously. But anyway, that's for tomorrow. So they are still one game behind all the league average, though, at 8 games. And once they play tomorrow night, that will catch them back up. They actually probably will pass us in a couple of these statistical categories that they currently are behind us, but we'll see how it pans out once all of the league standings adjust after tomorrow's game. For now, they're currently 30th in the league in total yards with 2,145. They're 28th in yards per game, which is at 306.4. They're 26th. This is interesting. There's a huge disparity here. As you can see, they're 26th in total passing yards on the season with 1,792, but they're 15th in passing yards per game at 256. They are currently 32nd, dead last in rushing with 529 total and 75.6 per game. Both of those, they could end up passing us, depending. If they get at least 100 yards in this game, they will probably pass us in both of those statistics on the ground. But we'll see. See if they run for that much, right? Anyway, total points, they're currently 32nd in the league with 114, 30th with ties. Points per game at 16.3 has them at 30th, 28th with ties. Defensively, now they started off really good in the first 3 or 4 games of the season defensively, but they have kind of fallen off a little bit. They have sustained a bunch of injuries, so that does play a factor, but they have softened up a bit in the defense, so that could, open up some potential for us on offense when we do play them. But they are currently 28th in the league with 390.4 yards per game given up defensively. They're 29th in passing yards per game at 293.7, 18th in rushing yards per game with 115.1. They're 30th in points with 29.4 per game. That's 26th with ties. They're not very good in their takeaways. They only have 5 on the season, which has them 30th or 10th with ties. They are the lone team with only a single interception on the season. They only have one that has them all by themselves at 32nd in the league, but 10th with ties included, because obviously there's a lot of bunching with that. with these numbers. Fumbles, they have 4, which is 13th or 6th with ties. Sacks, they have 17, which is 17th or 8th with ties. Passes defense, they have 30, which is 20th or 9th with ties. And third down percentage, they're pretty good at 39.1, which is 13th in the league. And then, of course, as usual, here are all the Dolphins offensive and defensive league standings, so you can take a gander for yourself, see how we match up to the Jets as it stands currently. Again, they will be playing tomorrow night, and so I will be most likely watching that game and doing my video afterwards, so we'll see how the league standings adjust at that point. But yeah, for now, that's what it is. Hope you guys appreciate that. I like making these videos. Before I get out of here, let me make sure I remind you guys about Rave On Sports. Check that out, the new fan-driven sports app. It is looking to enhance your game day experience with live play-by-plays, live chats with other fans, and content creators like myself. Look in the description box for the links to that. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys appreciate my perspective. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Share my channel and videos with your friends and family. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comment section. And of course, as always, follow me on Twitter at DillonTartaro. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Phins up.